Good morning, everyone. It is the 24th of November. Today's Thanksgiving, but we are not really celebrating today. So I am reviewing a Christmas movie. That's why I'm wearing Christmas antlers and Christmas earrings. I'm still not allowed to decorate per my daughter's request. Her birthday is on Saturday, and she told me no Christmas decoration before her birthday. So I'm respecting that. But, this is my body, it's my office. I can wear Christmas antlers and I can wear Christmas earrings. So let's get started. Today we're reviewing Love Heart, a wonderful Christmas movie that came out last year. I watched it last year and it left such an impact on my mind that I can review it. I have not watched it again. I want to because it's a really very, very good movie. So let's review it. Starring in this wonderful movie, Nina Dobrev as Natalie Bauer, Jimmy O Yang as Josh Lin, and Darren Barnett as Tack. These are the three handsome people in these wonderful pictures. Many of you may know Nina Dobrev from her role as Elena on Vampire Diaries. These are the wonderful characters in this movie. The three main characters, Tag, Natalie, and Josh. Their names in the movie. Obviously, their names are different in real life. I'm going to be reading their names. Nina Dobrev, obviously, we know her from Vampire Diaries. Then Jimmy O Yang. I am very sorry if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. Sometimes my German accent gets me into trouble pronouncing words. And Darren Barnett, who plays Tack, the other love interest. Nina Dobrev as Natalie Bauer holds the Canadian and Bulgarian citizenship, and she's fluent in English and Bulgarian. Pretty cool. I always thought she was a pretty good actress. This has absolutely nothing to do with Love Heart, but I have to insert Ian Somerhalder here because every time you Google Nina Dobrev, you see pictures of Ian Somerhalder. They start together on Vampire Diaries. I believe, they've dated for a very long time. Now she's with somebody else, and he's married to the actress from Twilight. I believe he's married to Rosalind, as far as I know, Nikki Reed, I believe. So I have to add him because come on, it's Ian Somerhalder. You know, no video is wrong if there's Ian Somerhalder. Even though he doesn't star in this video, we have some in between eye candy. Of course, I would never leave my husband, but Ian Somerhalder is like my crush. This is Darren Barnett as Tack, born to a Japanese mother. His grandfather is a jazz saxophonist. I guess he also is known from the show Never Ever Ever, and he plays a role there since 2020. I guess he also is known American Pie Presents and Family Reunion. Very interesting, very interesting. I honestly have never heard about him until researching this movie a little bit. He seems like a pretty cool dude, talented actor. I liked his role. Jimmy O Yang is a Hong Kong born American actor. He is a very talented comedian. You can find his stand up skits on YouTube. He also starred in Crazy Rich Asians, the movie. I'm not name calling, just Crazy Rich Asian, the movie. I watched that movie myself and it was pretty interesting. Let's see what else he starred in. Silicon Valley, Space Force. But I believe that his main career is, I guess he's a comedian. So very talented. So let's get started with this wonderful, wonderful Christmas movie and this beautiful, beautiful storyline in this movie. This is Natalie, and Natalie is on this wonderful dating app called Flirt Alert. Flirt Alert. That would be a very good name. She, I guess, has a hard time. I need more cappuccino. She has a hard time finding, a boyfriend, somebody to love. She works for a column. Um, I believe the column is called "Always a Bridesmaid," where she talks about her dating adventures. I guess her bad dating adventures. I could do that too, but I think my dating adventures are probably like super old timey. It was before cell phones, it was before the internet. So my dating adventures would just be telling you crazy bar stories. But Natalie, I guess she uses this app, and meets people and starts dating them. Here I'm even putting myself to sleep today. It's been one of those days. Wake up, Christina. So on this app, I guess her friend widens her distance. You most of these apps you can say, hey, I want somebody 10 miles, 5 miles. I guess her friend changes it to include a whole bunch of different locations. And she meets Josh, 30, passionate about life and all things outdoor. So he sounds like a pretty, pretty, pretty neat guy, doesn't he? Sound he's cute. I mean, I see the beanie, I see the beautiful young face. Not particular my type of guy, but I'm like, I can see the appeal. He is nice. He likes outdoor things, so he could take walks with me. Anyway, Natalie and Josh start talking, start having a good time. I guess even though they haven't met each other, they don't video chat. I don't know why. This is one of those things for me. If I would meet somebody online, like a guy, and we start talking, eventually I would be like, "Hey, can we video chat? Can we have an video chat date?" I guess. So I kind of see what the person really looks like. And if it's 35-year-old man and in the ad, and then when we video chat I realize he looks like he's 65, and I'm like, there's something off here. But I guess Natalie didn't think of that, which is curious. It's interesting, but maybe they even explain it in the movie. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, I guess Josh tells Natalie that he wishes they could be together during the holidays. We all have these feelings, these holiday feelings sometimes, when we kind of like, I wish so and so would be near me. But I'm thinking 50% out of the 100, it is kind of like, it's the holiday feels hit you and you want to be near people, and then 50% you really want to be with your loved ones. I know sometimes, people during the holidays fall back on bad boyfriends. They fall back on friends that are not really nice because they just have this urge to reach out and just be like, oh, please come back to my life. It's the holidays. No, don't do it. So Natalie travels to Josh's house where she meets his family, his dad, his grandmother, his mother, and his brother. In one article I read, and I read an article about this movie and trying to get all this the storyline down and fact checking a little bit. They described her as his Caucasian mom, Barb. His Caucasian mom Barb. So that is his mom, I guess. I really thought it was a cute family. They had a very nice interaction. But anyway, Natalie very, very quickly realized Josh is not who he said he was. He's not Josh, the handsome guy that likes the outdoor things. He's Josh, you know, the Josh, the creative type, and also completely different race as well. Tech is, I guess, supposed to be a white guy in the movie. I think he's playing a white guy, and Josh is an Asian heritage. So of course it's a difference. It's a difference. You notice that. Adding a picture here to show you guys the difference between Josh and Tag. Obviously differences. I personally would have gone for Josh because I don't necessarily like the rugged, handsome, strong, manly type. It does not really attract me. And now that I'm saying this, I'm thinking to myself, my husband is probably thinking, holy crap. No, my husband is handsome to me. I just don't like these tall and athletic and outdoorsy types. I much rather like somebody short and a little bit stocky and not as perfect looking. I like to see that a person has lived. I like laugh lines. I like wrinkles, and that means the person has left a lot of times in their life, had good times, and I even look at my husband when he has scars on his body from like accidents and childhood accidents and stuff, and I'm just like, this is cute because it makes him who he is. It shows his life, kind of like I like with me. I have scars on my body and I have wrinkles, and it shows my life path. Shows that I didn't always have a perfect life, but I lived and I had fun, and you know. So anyway, this is Tech and Josh, and I guess Natalie is kind of in shock right now, thinking, what have I done? This guy catfished me? Why did he catfish me? But at the same time, as you get to know Josh, you can't feel angry with him. You kind of understand why he did what he did. I guess he's not necessarily like the favorite child, and um, he feels the pressure from his family, and if you're one of those children, you know where Josh is coming from. I completely know where Josh is coming from because I am also kind of a black sheep of my family. My family finds me weird. They find me kind of, I confuse them because I do things different. I don't go just a regular life path. My path is always, I've done things in a different, in a unique way, which is not necessarily bad, but it confuses people, and it doesn't always make you, liked, makes you appreciate. It doesn't really make people proud of you. It just confuses people. And if people live a very straight and narrow life with, goal oriented, very, very goal oriented, and very, very traditional, they don't understand. They don't understand you. And my family definitely doesn't understand me. They probably think I'm a complete lunatic for the most part, and I don't think there's much pride at all. My family's always just kind of like, what is wrong with her? Well, a lot of things are wrong because I grew up with you guys. So you can't really be angry at Josh. Anyway, don't mind the dog in the background. Um, she is getting ready to have lunch, so she is very loud, and she's, telling my husband to hurry up. I want to have lunch. So Josh and Natalie come up with this elaborate plan. She pretends to be his girlfriend, I guess, kind of to show up his brother, because his brother seems to be one of those, show off people. I have a wife, I have this, I have that. Look at me. And Josh is not like that, but of course it makes him feel bad that his brother doesn't really value him as a person, but shows him up all the time. And in return, Josh promises Natalie that he will help her, get to know Tag, and tell her about Tag and what he likes, what he doesn't like, and in the process they become friends. In the process they get to know each other, they become friends. They realize they like each other. They get along very well. And I think Natalie kind of realizes that Tag is not necessarily her dream guy. In between, Natalie and Tag have dates, and there's some outdoor related dates, some dates that are more different physical activities. And I think Natalie is very much in love with the idea of Tag, but in reality it doesn't quite mesh with her personality. I know a lot of times people, they look at the outside appearance, and he's a handsome young guy, he's fit, and he should, in her eyes, this should be perfect. We would make a great couple. But very, very, very often people forget that looks can fade away. Looks can fade away. Sometimes people have accidents and they may end up in a wheelchair, and you need to be with somebody who nourishes your heart and nourishes your brain and your soul, and somebody that you can communicate with, somebody you can laugh with. Because, like I always tell my kids, I was like, one of these days we all going to look like shit. Sorry, it's the truth. We get old, and there's only so much we can do to prevent this aging process. And yes, one of these days I'm probably going to have gray hair and who knows what, and wrinkles and puffy eyes, and I'm going to look like the crypt keeper. But you know what? I'm still at least going to be with somebody that loves my personality as well, as my outside right now. During the last 10 minutes of this movie, I was already super emotional, and I was rooting for the characters. I was rooting for Jimmy. I was thinking, oh man, how can she, pick Tag, and Tag is just, not right for her, and she should be with Jimmy. And I was already near tears, getting emotional, and then that is always, it means the movie's good. It's the good kind of feel, the good kind of romance. And Natalie realizes that she wants to be with Jimmy, that Tag is not the right person for her. And they end up together, and I completely understand it, because Jimmy was a truly endearing character in this movie. He was kind, he was creative, he was very understanding, respectful, and loving. And part of his charm was that he was kind of like unsure of himself. I don't find it particular attractive if somebody's too sure of themselves, but I always feel like they kind of like in love with themselves, and it's no, of course you have to love yourself, and you have good self-esteem, but I know there's a limit for me, and if you just want to kiss your mirror, I love you, this is no, no, don't do it. And Jimmy was not like that. Jimmy was just very low key, and they get together, and Christina's happy, and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I don't even know what happens to Tag. I am assuming Tag moves on to be with somebody else, a vegan, yoga wearing lady that also likes hiking and rock climbing. That's what I'm envisioning Tag with. So I enjoyed this movie a great deal. I hope you do too. The movie is still on Netflix.